Welcome to the Fluent Flow English Learning Podcast. I'm so excited you're here today because we're about to talk about something that's going to change the way you think about learning English forever. Before we dive in, let me ask you a question. How many times have you told yourself, I need to practice English more, but then the day ends and you realize you didn't practice at all? Yeah, me too. And pretty much everyone I've ever met who's learning English, here's the thing. The problem isn't you. The problem isn't that you're lazy or unmotivated. The problem is that you're thinking about English practice as something separate from your daily life, something extra, something you have to find time for. But what if I told you that's the wrong approach? What if English practice didn't have to be something you add to your busy day, but something that's already woven into the things you do every single day? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. 5 easy, practical, realistic ways to make English a natural part of your daily routine without adding a single extra minute to your schedule. Stay with me because by the end of this episode, you're going to have a complete system that fits perfectly into your life, no matter how busy you are. Let's jump right in. Before I share these 5 ways, I need to tell you a quick story because this story changed everything for me. And it's going to change everything for you too. 2 years ago, I met a woman named May. She was from Taiwan, working as a graphic designer, and she was completely frustrated with her English. She had been studying for 7 years. 7 years! She had taken classes, used apps, watched YouTube videos, bought textbooks. But her English wasn't improving. She felt stuck. I asked her, "How often do you practice English?" She sighed. That's the problem. I barely practice. I'm just too busy. I work 9 hours a day. I commute an hour each way. By the time I get home, I'm exhausted. I eat dinner, watch some TV to relax, and go to bed. I have no time to sit down and study English. I said, May, you just described 3 hours of time where you could be practicing English. She looked at me like I was crazy. What do you mean? I just told you, I don't have time. I smiled. You commute for 2 hours total. That's practice time. You eat dinner for maybe 30 minutes. That's practice time. You watch TV to relax. That's practice time. You have the time. You're just not using it for English. I showed her exactly what I'm going to show you today. 5 simple ways to integrate English into activities she was already doing every single day. 6 months later, May sent me a voice message in English. Fluent, confident, natural English. She told me she had gotten a new job at an international design agency because of her English skills. She was working with clients from around the world. Her salary had doubled. And here's the key. She never added a single extra minute to her day. She just changed what she did during time she already had. That's the power of making English part of your routine, instead of treating it as something separate. So let's get into the 5 ways. Way number 1, transform your commute into English immersion time. Whether you drive, take the bus, walk, or bike to work or school, your commute is the perfect opportunity for English practice. And I'm not talking about boring grammar drills or memorizing vocabulary lists. I'm talking about actually enjoying English content. Here's what you do. Instead of listening to music in your native language or scrolling through social media, listen to English audio content. Podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos with audio, anything that interests you in English. And here's the key. Don't choose boring English learning content unless you genuinely enjoy it. Choose content about topics you love. Sports? Listen to sports podcasts in English. True crime? There are hundreds of amazing true crime podcasts in English. Comedy? Listen to comedy shows. Business? Tech? Fashion? Cooking? Whatever you're interested in, there's English content about it. Why does this work? Because when you're genuinely interested in the content, you pay attention. And when you pay attention, you learn. Your brain absorbs vocabulary, grammar patterns, pronunciation, and rhythm naturally, without you even trying. Let me give you a pro tip. Start with content that has transcripts available. Many podcasts offer transcripts on their websites. This way, if there's a particular episode you really enjoyed, you can go back later and read the transcript to see the words written out. This connects listening with reading and supercharges your learning. And don't worry if you don't understand everything. That's completely normal and actually okay. Your brain is still absorbing patterns and getting used to the rhythm and sound of natural English. Understanding will improve naturally over time. If you have a 30-minute commute each way, that's 1 hour of English immersion every single day. That's 7 hours a week. 30 hours a month, and you didn't add a single minute to your day. You just changed what you were already doing. Way number 2, switch your phone and apps to English. This one is so simple, it almost seems too easy. But don't underestimate it. This is incredibly powerful. Right now, pause this podcast, go to your phone settings, and change your display language to English. Change everything. Your phone interface, your apps, your social media, everything. I know what you're thinking. But I won't understand what the buttons say. Yes, you will. You already know your phone. You know where the camera app is. You know how to send messages. You know where settings are. Your muscle memory already knows your phone. So even if the words change to English, you'll still be able to use it. And here's what happens. Every single time you use your phone, which is probably dozens or even hundreds of times per day, you're seeing English. You're reading English words. You're learning English vocabulary in context without even trying. Settings becomes a word you know because you see it every day. Notifications becomes familiar. Messages, camera, photos, search. All these words become part of your natural vocabulary simply through daily exposure. But it goes beyond just your phone settings. Change your social media apps to English too. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever you use. Now every time you scroll, you're reading English captions, English comments, English posts, and here's the next level. Start following English-speaking content creators in your areas of interest. If you love fitness, follow English-speaking fitness influencers. If you're into fashion, follow English-speaking fashion accounts. If you like cooking, follow English-speaking chefs. This way, your social media feed, which you're probably checking multiple times a day anyway, becomes an English learning environment. You're not studying, you're just scrolling through content you enjoy. But your brain is processing English constantly. This strategy is brilliant because it takes 0 extra time. You're already on your phone. You're already on social media. You're just changing the language. That's it. May, the woman I told you about earlier, did exactly this. She told me that within 2 weeks of switching her phone to English, she noticed she was understanding more English words automatically. Within a month, she was thinking in English more often. Her brain had adapted to seeing and processing English constantly throughout the day. Way number 3, the kitchen English method. You eat every day, right? You cook or prepare food every day. This is perfect time for English practice, and it's actually fun. Here's what you do. While you're cooking or preparing food, narrate what you're doing in English, out loud. Like you're hosting a cooking show? Okay, first I'm going to chop these onions. I need to cut them into small pieces. Now I'm heating the pan. I'm adding some oil. The oil is getting hot. I can hear it sizzling. Now I'm adding the garlic. It smells amazing. Just describe everything you're doing, step by step, in English. I know this sounds silly. I know you might feel ridiculous talking to yourself. But this technique is incredibly powerful for several reasons. First, you're practicing speaking English when you're alone, which means there's no pressure. No one is judging you. No one is correcting you. You can make mistakes freely and just keep going. Second, you're building vocabulary for everyday objects and actions. These are words you actually use in real life. Not random textbook words, but practical vocabulary like knife, cutting board, boil, stir, taste, season. This is useful English. Third, you're training your brain to think in English and convert actions into English words directly, without translating from your native language first. This is crucial for developing fluency. And here's a bonus tip. If you don't know the word for something, describe it. The thing you use to flip pancakes, or the tool that opens bottles. Then, later, look up the actual word. This process of describing and then learning the correct term is incredibly effective for memory retention. You cook or eat pretty much every day. Even if you just spend 10 minutes describing your breakfast preparation or 15 minutes narrating your dinner cooking, that's daily speaking practice that costs you 0 extra time. Way number 4, the 2-minute night journal. Before you go to bed every night, spend just 2 minutes writing about your day in English. That's it, 2 minutes. You can even set a timer. Write in a physical notebook, in your phone's notes app, or in a journal app. Doesn't matter. Just write in English for 2 minutes about your day. Keep it simple. You don't need perfect grammar, you don't need fancy vocabulary, just write naturally about what happened. Today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I was tired. I had coffee and toast for breakfast. Work was busy. I had a meeting with my team. We talked about the new project. For lunch, I ate a sandwich. After work, I went to the gym. I did 30 minutes of cardio. Now I'm home, and I'm tired. Tomorrow, I need to finish my report. Simple sentences, basic vocabulary, just describing your day. Why is this so effective? First, writing forces you to recall English vocabulary actively. It's not passive like listening or reading. You have to produce the language. Second, you're writing about your own life, so the vocabulary is personally relevant. These are words and phrases you actually need to use. They'll stick in your memory because they're connected to your real experiences. Third, you create a record of your progress. Come back in 2 months and read your old entries. You'll be amazed at how much your English has improved. You'll see your vocabulary expanding, your sentences becoming more complex, your expressions becoming more natural, and fourth, this builds a daily habit of thinking in English. Before bed, your brain shifts into English mode for just 2 minutes. Over time, English thinking becomes more and more natural. 2 minutes seems like nothing, but 2 minutes every single day for a month is an hour of writing practice. Over a year, that's 12 hours. And it happens 2 minutes at a time, so it never feels overwhelming or difficult. This was one of May's favorite techniques. She told me that journaling at night became therapeutic for her. It was a way to process her day while also practicing English. Win-win. Way number 5, the waiting game strategy. Think about how much time you spend waiting every day. Waiting for the bus, waiting in line at the coffee shop, waiting for your computer to start, waiting for a meeting to begin, waiting for water to boil, waiting for your friend who's always late. These small moments add up to a lot of time. And most people waste this time scrolling mindlessly through social media or just standing there doing nothing. Instead, use these moments for micro-English practice. Here are 5 things you can do in 60 seconds or less. 1. Read 1 paragraph of an English article on your phone. News, blog post, Reddit thread, doesn't matter. Just read 1 paragraph. 2. Learn 1 new word. Google English word of the day or use a vocabulary app. Look at the word, read the definition, see 1 example. That's it. 1 word per day is 365 new words in a year. 3. Think of 3 things around you and name them in English. I see a red car, a tall building, and a person walking a dog. Simple observation and description in English. 4. Practice 1 English tongue twister. She sells seashells by the seashore. Or, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Say it 3 times. This is great for pronunciation. 5. Watch one short video in English. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels. A 30-second video about anything in English. Cooking tip, funny moment, life hack, whatever. You're hearing and seeing English. The beauty of this strategy is that it uses time you already have. You're already waiting. You're already spending those 30 seconds or 2 minutes doing nothing or doing something mindless. Why not use it for English? If you do just one of these micro practices every time you're waiting for something, and that happens 5 times a day, that's 5 micro practices. That's 35 per week, over 150 per month. And it feels like nothing because each one is so short and fits into time you already have. Now let me bring this all together for you. These 5 ways work because they don't require you to change your schedule. They don't require you to find extra time. They just require you to do what you're already doing, but in English. You're already commuting? Do it in English. You're already using your phone? Use it in English. You're already cooking? Do it in English. You're already going to bed? Journal for 2 minutes in English. You're already waiting throughout the day? Practice English while waiting. That's it. That's the secret. Integration, not addition. May integrated English into her existing routine using these 5 methods. She didn't add anything new to her day. She just changed the language of what she was already doing. And in 6 months, her English transformed completely. You can do the same, starting today. Here's what I want you to do right now. Don't wait. Don't say, I'll start tomorrow, start today. Choose one method from this episode, just one, the one that feels easiest or most appealing to you, and implement it today. Maybe you'll change your phone language to English right after this episode. Maybe you'll download an English podcast for your commute tomorrow morning. Maybe you'll narrate your dinner preparation tonight in English. Maybe you'll write 2 minutes about your day before bed tonight. Maybe you'll practice one micro technique the next time you're waiting for something. Just choose one and start. Then, once that becomes a natural habit, add another one. Then another. Build up gradually. Within a month, you'll have multiple English touch points throughout your day, and it will all feel completely natural because it's integrated into your existing routine. Your English will improve without you even feeling like you're studying. And that's the best kind of learning. Effortless, natural, sustainable. Thank you so much for listening to the Fluent Flow English Learning Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe so you never miss new episodes. We release fresh English learning content every week. Leave a review and let me know which of these 5 methods you're going to try first. I read every review, and I love hearing from you. Share this episode with a friend who's learning English. Learning together makes the journey more fun. And remember, you don't need more time. You just need to use your existing time differently. English can be part of your routine, not something separate from it. Until next time, keep flowing forward with your English. You've got this. Take care.